The Rock comes out, mad baby oil on him. I'm like, oh, we lit. Like, we getting like when the baby oil is on the Rock, you know that's like Super Saiyan. That's like when Goku gets the golden hair when he's going Super Saiyan. That's for the Rock.
See that baby oil, man, for sure.
Let's get to it. WrestleMania 40. Let me do this soft opener. I haven't been, first of all, I've never been like a die-hard wrestling fan. Last time I was at least giving wrestling attention was WWF No Mercy on N64 and WCW versus NWO. So that tells you the knowledge that I have on wrestling. Yeah, I could keep up with like certain things here and there, like John Cena, Dave Bautista, obviously The Rock. I've been following him for damn near his whole career. The Rock was always somebody that I would watch his matches and Stone Cold, and then pretty much everybody else, like I would watch the Hardy Boys, like all of that shit, but like I wasn't like consistently watching wrestling. Also at that time, it was like, yo, you just catch what was on TV. So it's like you couldn't pick an episode and stream it and shit like that. So I tuned into WrestleMania, right? It was in Philly. It was in your hometown. Let's talk about that. How was the traffic?
Not the Philly, man. It was definitely crazy. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I didn't go to WrestleMania, but I did want to. And I started seeing pictures of friends that was there. I was like, these mother effers, man. But no, it was crazy.
Fire. That shit of fire.
I wouldn't want to be outside though. You know what I mean? Because it was outside at the Eagle Stadium. There's like 40 degrees. I'm sure it was turned up, but 4 hours, 40 degrees to stand outside. No, I'm all right.
Yo, why do all of the East Coast stadiums, why are they not indoors?
Because we're built for war, bro. That's why we're made to endure.
They swear we get the advantage when teams come play.
I will say when teams like Miami come up here, they be getting smacked up. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Yeah, they're not built like we are in the North. They build them tough up there. But all right, cool. Back to WrestleMania. Your boy Meek. I tuned in, right? Let me start with this. I tuned in. I was like, all right, cool. I'm seeing all the clips. They got Speed dressed in a prime fucking energy drink shit. They got Drewski all out there. I see 2 Chainz on it. So I'm like, yo, they must be lit right now. They got all the influencers and shit, like the real people that I care about. I was like, let me tune in. Meek Mill. Right up there. I was like, all right, cool. Trying to beat the Diddy allegations. It was like, yo, let me get the fucking WrestleMania intro. I was like, all right, cool, smash that. They hyping it up. I'm like, yo, this stadium is fire. They got all these kind of CGI graphics around. I'm like, yo, is that real or not? I'm like, all right, wrestling, you're like, y'all stepped y'all game up a little bit. First match, they got me. What's the 2 chicks that fought first? You're the wrestling guy. I think it was Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch. Ripley. Already had me with the cheeks on Rhea. So I'm locked in already.
Man. Shout out to Rhea for sure.
They I
didn't really know too much about her because, like, you know, I told you I just really got back into the wrestling fandom. I used to be big in the Attitude area. That's the area with, you know, The Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H, and those guys. I fell off in between the John Cena era into the Roman era. But after watching WrestleMania, man, I think I'm back in, bro. I mean, the storyline was good. It was captivating. And they just had some good moments. And, you know what I mean? The characters are back, man. We got The Rock as a villain now. Like, come on, bro.
Yo, bro. So many things that were fire. So many. And I saw that, obviously, the situation with, I want to say Dana White because I'll be watching UFC, but not Dana White. Vince McMahon, he obviously stepped down. He's got all his kind of crazy allegations. And The Rock stepped in, and he's basically, we need to revive this shit. Like, wrestling is where he got his start, and y'all been fumbling for the last years. So he's like, let's pick this shit up. And from what I could see about the hype, I was like, that shit was real. They called me with the first match. It was girl versus girl. I was like, all right, cool. I'm locked in.
No, he definitely stepped up, but you got to give Triple H got to get like most of the credit. He's the one. Yes. He's like the GM. He the one that's bringing all this new talent in, like the Rhea. He brought in Jade and Bianca Belair. He brought in all the brand new talent that you see that's fire. He did that.
There we go. See, that this is shit that I don't know. Shout out to Triple H, the OG right there.
Y'all good.
So, what'd you say?
Y'all good. Last time I did watch anything with wrestling, Wolfpack was still a thing.
Why do I remember that? Yeah, that's crazy.
I started watching it because I ain't gonna lie, the lady in the company are killing it, man. It's some glorious matches, bro.
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there because there was that women's match where it was like 30 billion women in the fucking ring. Oh my god, that was like art. They should have like put that shit in the fucking museum of what's the name of that shit in New York? The MoMA. They need to like freeze frame some of them clips and put them in there because they was going off on there. But who was after that? There was a couple of fights that was cool. They had the ladder match tag team. I remember doing that in my
ladder
boy
match was fire.
Christopher and Keith's backyard, like setting up the ladders. We were doing dumb shit back then. We were mad dangerous. That shit was fire. Then they caught me with the Uso brothers, right?
Yeah.
Was that next? Was it the Uso brothers? So no, I'm sorry. Before the Uso brothers, it was Rey Mysterio versus his son. I'm like, oh, this motherfucker Rey Mysterio still fighting. Oh, we lit. I'm like, yo, he looked bad good for his age because again, Rey Mysterio was in the N64 days. But then I found out that it was actually his nephew and he took on the name Rey Mysterio and now he's fighting his son Dominic. So I was like, all right, cool. I still like seeing Rey Mysterio, but that shit was fire, right?
And it's dope too because Dominic, he's a part of Rhea's group, so they're all like a group. Rhea and Dominic, and I actually think Rhea and Dominic are a couple actually, like in real life. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him for sure.
Okay. All right, nice. So
it's dope, man. Like all the crew, that different crews are back. Kind of like y'all remember the good days of the DX and all them other groups there was that was causing havoc. Like they kind of got that energy back now in the WWE, and I think that's what's gonna bring a lot of like the older crowd back because it was real gimmicky like the last 5-10 years. You know what I mean? Very gimmicky. Now it feels like there's actual.
I always felt like wrestling was gimmicky though.
Yeah, it was always.
I even felt like gimmicky. This was gimmicky, but there's like good gimmicky and then bad gimmicky, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like gimmicky, but with a good storyline. There wasn't good storylines for the last 10 years. Storylines,
That's because they was too busy forcing the issue when it comes to the headliners or the popular wrestlers. Like when we was growing up, it was just you just naturally picked whoever. Now it's like, all right, we got to get our next Rock. We got to get our next Stone Cold. And so there's like forcing the issue. So if you said, just based on what you said, if Triple H is doing such a good job, he's probably just focusing on the story and letting the people decide.
He actually brought a lot of those writers back, you know what I mean, from his time. He brought a lot of them cats back. And then, Rock coming back, he was able to bring some more influence with other writers as well. So they was able to kind of really start crafting this because right now what happens at WrestleMania that kind of sets the course for the whole year, and then what happens at next WrestleMania. So right now we got a new champion, we got new people with the belts, and so everything from this point on is going to be just centered around who's going to be the next main event at WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. I liked how they built up the beef, right? So speaking of the beef, so I see the Uso brothers. So they're like, talking about the beef, like, oh, we twins, but I'm born 9 minutes later. 9 minutes earlier. I'm your fucking elder. Like all of this shit, and they hyping it up. I'm like, oh, all right, we like they draw me in. Then I find out these are freaking Rikishi's twin sons. Yes, I'm like, yo, I remember Rikishi when I was fucking younger. I'm like, these are his fucking children now. Yo, I was locked in again. They just kept drawing me in, bro.
Half the cats is the dude that won. I think he's the brother of Goldust, and Dusty Rhodes is his father.
Wait. Not the twins though.
Nah, the boy that won the whole thing on Sunday. I think his
Roman
name was,
Reigns.
No, the one he was fighting. His name is Cody Rhodes.
Oh, Cody Rhodes. Wait. Time out. We gotta wait because that's like the main event right there, right?
Yeah.
All right, we gonna get there because The Rock is in that match. That show was fire. I saw so much shit in there. I was like, this is fucking craziness right here. The Rock was talking shit to the boys' parents.
Oh yeah, but did you see what The Rock did to him like 2 weeks ago?
I did not. All right, save it. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. All right, cool. So we saw the Uso brothers beefing. We saw the women's match where it was like 50 of them women on. Yo, shout out to women. Is this still
Shout
Women's
out to the
History
women.
Month? It is, right?
No.
Oh, that was
Last month
March?
was.
Ah, damn,
Yeah.
my bad. Either way, shout out to women. We got to give them another month because that shit was amazing. Yo, who was the chick with the silver hair with the freaking bronze
Jade
skin?
Cargo.
Oh
Talking about
my,
Jade
wait,
Cargo.
her name is Jade.
Her-
Damn, that's my daughter's name. I can't even look at her the same anymore.
Her
Whatever.
slogan is "The storm is coming," and sometimes she dresses up as Storm.
Yes, she might be my favorite. She might be. Oh my god, she was kicking their asses on there, bro.
Oh yeah,
That makes
no.
me wanna
And
And
that's
watch.
what's
fucking
what's
Diesel.
fire is that she this was like her first match on the WWE because she came from another company. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Like she came from their competitor. And now once her contract was up, WWE, Triple H said, yo, you might as well come to the NBA now. You know what I mean?
Shit, I
Come
would
over
fucking
here.
did that too if I
And,
saw her. I'm scooping that
and
up early.
oh yeah. She was like the number one wrestler in her company. Like she was like undefeated, like 100 matches. And now
Damn.
Bianca Belair, the girl she was next to that had the ponytail, she was like the top girl in the WWE. And then Naomi's one of the top as well. So those three are like the top Jones.
So how do you get undefeated? And I don't want to like give this whole episode to like WrestleMania, but how do you get undefeated in wrestling if it's scripted?
I think it's scripted to a degree. I think it's scripted to like almost like they know what they're supposed to do, but they can kind of play with the outcome in the ring. Like sometimes the person may be tired, like, yo, I'm about to tap you out, bro. Then they might do it. You know what I mean? They might agree with it. But I think they don't know.
Bro.
So how do you
I
decide
don't
who
think they know.
wins then?
I
Because it's like
think-
I'm gonna win every time, but then somebody else wants to win because if you win, you get more hype and you get more money, sponsorships, all that shit, right?
I think it's just based off. If you watch wrestling, I think it's just based off of like ratings. And I know it's that you can say that for everything, but it's like, when should we let the bad guy win? How often should the good guy win or lose? So I think it's just scripted from beginning to end at this point. If somebody's undefeated because you wanted them undefeated.
Good story. Yeah, I think it's definitely good storytelling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you a fan, you try to stay in the fantasy. You know what I'm saying? You try to like, don't look at it like, yo, this is, all the people that just say, yo, this is fake, this is fake, this is fake. They just don't want to enjoy it anyway. But if you can watch a sitcom on TV, you know that's fake. You know Martin was fake.
Of course,
they weren't real relationships, right?
I like this shit, and like when I watch UFC, sometimes like I can't watch it, and of course I want to be Macho Man, whatever. But it's like, yo, sometimes like UFC is like too much. Like unless it's like a card where it's like I want somebody ass whipped. Sometimes it's like fuck, yo. Like I find myself turning away a lot. But with this, I'm like I have in my notion that it's fake. And I'm watching him do it, and it's almost like I'm watching a superhero. Like when I was watching The Rock, which like we'll get into, I guess we could get into that next because there's nothing else. But like when I was watching The Rock, I'm sitting there like, oh shit, I'm rooting for this motherfucker like he's like Captain America or fucking Iron Man when I'm watching an MCU movie.
Yeah, but see, I ain't gonna lie, that's what the original feeling was like, especially back in a little bit before my time with like the Hulk Hogan's and stuff. Like people generally thought Hulk Hogan was a superhero back then.
Yes,
I did. Warrior. You know what I mean?
I did. Yes,
so The Rock and them kind of embraced that same attitude when they were in their era, but their era was more relatable because they was out here slamming Mae Young through tables. And they was getting lap dances.
I had a Hulk Hogan action figure, and I literally thought this motherfucker was like a real superhero.
All of them, bro. I was a big Razor Ramon fan. You know what I'm saying? I just thought he was cool as hell. The toothpick and hanging in the trenches of Miami. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, but, fucking Macho Man Randy Savage, like all of them. I literally thought they were superheroes, bro.
One of my favorite parts was, I don't know if you saw, but Bubba Dudley was a referee. He was refereeing one of the matches. I think the match with Luke Paul. Is that his name? Luke Paul?
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul. I think and Logan Paul, one of them was about to disrespect Bubba, and he took out his signature glasses, and the crowd went crazy because everybody know when them glasses come on, he's talking about go get that table.
Yeah.
And that's what they did. They went out, got the table, and it got crazy, man. So just like they did a lot of glorious things for this WrestleMania that connected with the older generation and the new generation. Like it was like a perfect blend of the new and the old, and they just like boom, Smash them together, bro.
Yeah, they had me. But yeah, let's go to this. Let's go to this last fight, this main event, and then we'll move on. So I'm watching this shit. So when the music stopped, all the lights went off. I knew The Rock was coming on. Like I knew it. I was like, all right, cool. I'm hyped. The Rock comes out, mad baby oil on him. I'm like, oh, we lit. Like we getting like when the baby oil is on The Rock, you know that's like Super Saiyan. That's like when Goku gets the golden hair when he's going Super Saiyan. That's for The Rock.
See that baby oil, man, for sure,
bro. All right, comes out, crowd going crazy, but I hear like booing at the same time, and I hear like he's going with this boss moniker and shit like that. So then they bring out his boy Roman Reigns, who is part of his lineage. So I'm like, wait, time out. He got the Samoan, I don't know the name. I apologize, but the Asian Polynesian tattoo. So I'm like, oh, are they family? I go to look it up. Motherfucker got family tree like in Game of Thrones of wrestlers. I'm like, oh, this is wrestling royalty right here. Fire. Then they bring out this Homelander looking motherfucker. And I'm like, oh shit, like this motherfucker got the blonde hair, blue eyes, Captain America, like how you know how Japanese motherfuckers draw Americans with the American flag. Fucking yo.
Like, he actually looked how the Helldiver costumes look, bro. Like he had like the shoulder pads. He came out there glorious, man. He had his wife with him, bad little John too. Well, and you know the crowd was going crazy for him.
I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, this first I'm like, I want to hate this guy, but I'm like at the same time, like, yo, I like this right here. Like my man, mad patriotic, got the blonde hair, blue eyes. Like I'm like, all right, you know, not somebody that I should be liking, but I kind of like him. So he comes out, you know, crowd going crazy. So I'm like, oh, this must be like the guy. This must be what everybody loves. I see him go to his mom. He takes off a belt, gives it to her. I'm like, oh shit, like, you know, this guy is a family man. He about to kick some ass in front of his mom. And then I see like his mom got like this green sweater on, and there's a black dude behind her. So I'm like, who the hell is this? I'm like, oh, is this like her little boyfriend or something? And then he gives him like a high five and shit. And they're like, oh, this is his father-in-law. So I'm like, wait, what? So I did my little Googles. Oh, you got a black wife? You an interracial couple? You my man now. You my motherfucking man, bro. So now I'm even more hyped. Yo, I don't know if did they write that into the script or something for like me to make me want to like wrestling?
No.
Because that's it
worked. I was telling you though, like his pop was Dusty Rhodes, who I think who passed away. I think I'm telling it right, but his pop passed away, and Gold Dust, I believe, is his older brother. Yo. So like, but the story behind them, you know, they were building up Cody Rhodes to be the champion for a long time, but Roman Reigns is the guy. He's been winning, so like he's been undefeated for like 4 years. He's never lost. Like he's been holding the belt for like 4 years, I think, something crazy like that. So you know, I don't know if you watched the main event from Sunday yet, but that's the real one that you gotta recap.
Wait, which one?
So you know, Saturday night was a tag team with Roman Reigns, The Rock, and Cody Rhodes, and Seth Rollins. So Saturday night was a whole nother main event, but there was another main event Sunday night, a whole nother.
Oh shit! Really? I didn't know it was 2 nights.
Oh yeah, it was 2 nights. So Sunday was the one with just Roman Reigns and Cody, and that's where I'm telling you, you missed out on the true main event. Saturday was the warm-up main event.
Watch this. Oh shit! I fucked up.
Hop on Peacock, man. You got to watch the main event. I'm surprised that you haven't seen none of them clips floating around online yet. I don't want to spoil it for you if you ain't seen it.
I'm tweaking. Oh, I fucked up. See that I'm amateur wrestling fan or a new wrestling fan right here. See, I didn't even fucking know that. All right, I gotta check that out.
Sunday night.
I gotta check that out.
That main event Sunday night.
Bro, the energy in that fucking stadium was crazy. At least for this tag team.
I might just have to check it out. You know, I haven't watched.
Are y'all cool with me spoiling it for y'all?
No, don't spoil it.
Yeah, nah, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. I gotta watch it.
How you gonna recap the John,
bro?
one day?
I'm a new wrestling fan. I don't know this shit. I didn't know. I thought I was like, all right, cool. Let me just watch from here. What the fuck? I didn't know. But yeah, I mean, either way, yo, that match itself was so fire. The tagging in and out, like I feel like I was playing the video game. Like, you know, when you in tag team and you're like, all right, fuck this. Like I'm fucking hopping in there and double teaming this dude. The Rock pulled the ref's legs from under him.
Oh yeah, it got
Crazy.
rolled. Yeah, no, it's nothing funnier than when somebody abuses their power and tell The Rock told the rep, if you count this out, you're fired.
Yo, that was funny. That was funny as fuck. That was funny.
His exact words was, if you count this out, you're fired because I don't fuck around. I said, oh, that boy wilding on his stage, man.
When I saw The Rock take off the shoulder pad, I mean the elbow pad.
He's a glorious villain. I like this final boss moniker that he's going with. You know what I mean? He calls himself the final boss now, Jay. When he walks out, he's like, the final boss is here. Like, that's what he calls himself now.
Word.
He out there just straight villain stuff. Like, straight up. So he
still goes by The Rock, but he added the final boss to it, or what?
He goes by the final boss.
He's pretty much like the LeBron James of the WWE.
Yeah,
he's like 50 years old, way more athletic than everybody, bigger than everybody. Of course, he got to be the boss.
Hey, bro, let's talk about his entrance though. That entrance was fire.
God damn, y'all make me want to go watch everything.
Masterpiece, bro.
That entrance, dog. He really felt like you got to the end of a game, and it was him. That's what it felt like.
Fuck, bro. And he went up to fucking Cody Rhodes' mom, and he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna beat your son's ass in front of you." So crazy. He took off his belt. He took no. What did he do?
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's why you got to see what he did to him 2 weeks ago. Like
I gotta watch this shit, bro.
I think it was Friday Night SmackDown. He like whooped his behind. Like he had the belt, and that's why the belt was so significant for the match, because he put blood on that belt. He told his mom, he said, "Yo, I'm gonna put blood back on that belt," and that's what he did.
And what's crazy is Cody has Roman Reigns and I think a guillotine or something, and The Rock took out his belt. With the shit out of Cody, bro. I was like, yes, revenge for slavery, bro. He whipped the shit out of his back, bro. I think that was the last straw. I was like, all right, you got to tap out from that. You can't get smacked like that with a belt from a dude that's big. He slapped him like he was his son. Like he just came home from work, and the mom was like, yo, your son been acting bad all day. You need to do something about it. And he took out the belt and said, whoop, pow. I was like,
you said I can catch this on Peacock, bro? I'm about to just watch
it. It's on Peacock, man. I watched the whole joint. It's glorious matches. The first match on Saturday was Rhea, which I don't know if you're familiar with her, but she got every dude fan in the headlock right now. Girl fans too. She got him in a headlock.
She got me in a headlock. She could put me in a headlock. She could do whatever she wants.
And she's a good wrestler too. Like, she's definitely a good wrestler. The one thing I like about wrestling now, right? You remember, Jay, back in the day, how like wrestlers, like if they had a special move, they were the only ones that did it.
Right.
So, but now you'll see like the opponent may mess around and hit you with your Stone Cold Stunner. And do that. Like, so they be like somebody hit Rock with the rock bottom. I said, oh no, they wilding.
Yes.
The boy hit the Rock with the rock bottom through the table. Fire. You know what I mean?
Crazy. It reversed it on him. I think the Rock tried to do it first, and then I think the dude's team member came in and like hit the Rock, stunned him a little bit, and then the guy put him in the rock bottom through a table, and that was when your boy Meek was like, "Get up,
Rock, get up,
bro."
Hey, yo. But on Sunday, y'all gotta watch Sunday, because my boy Randy Orton was on. He was on one. Randy Orton, he's been one of my favorite of the new generation, but Randy Orton was wilding, bro.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, that was the fight with Logan Paul, right? See, I knew. Yeah, I did see that, but I didn't see it in full. All right, yeah, I gotta go back. I gotta go back and see.
Randy Orton was glorious, bro. He was like, I don't know if y'all familiar with his move. His move is called the RKO. It's similar to the Stone Cold Stunner, but it's like he's more laying flat when he does it.
Yeah,
and his thing is like that RKO can come at any moment. Like, he'll be laying on the ground and the dude's about to jump off the ropes. Before you know it, he's standing up and catches him in the RKO while he's jumping off the rope and taps him out. Like, bro, that joint was fire, bro.
Yeah, I've seen an RKO montage of him, I think, a while back. But yeah, man, wrestling fans, yo, y'all, I want fans like wrestling fans.
Oh yeah,
There's wrestling fans, Beyonce and Taylor Swift fans. I need those. I need a fan base like that. Shout out to the wrestling fans. Shout out to wrestling. Shout out to the WWE. That shit was fire.
That was humbling, bro.
Yeah. Super.
I can't wait for you to watch the Sunday main event though, because that's when you really gonna be like, yo, this was crazy.
Yeah, I gotta watch this.
I do not need nothing else to get into, bro. I got a watch list that is so deep and let me stop. Pause.
Yeah. See,
I got a watch list that is so crazy and unfinished. Thick. Man, if I want to sit there and get to wrestling, bro, it's gonna be. I can't, bro.
Deep and long. All right, we'll move on.